18 years ago this summer, the first President Bush signed a landmark civil rights law, the Americans with Disabilities Act. Here's what he said on the day of signing. Quote, "Every man, woman, and child with a disability can now pass through once closed doors into a bright new era of equality, independence, and freedom." It was an extraordinary day as literally hundreds, perhaps over 1,000 people, Jim, were on the front lawn. Those doors have opened. Tens of millions of Americans with disabilities now enjoy rights the rest of us have long taken for granted. The right to use the same streets, theaters, restaurants, or offices. The right to succeed in the workplace on their talent and drive alone. We all understand why there are cuts in the sidewalk at every street corner, buses, kneeling buses on our city streets, elevators on the metro, and accessible restaurants and handicap parking almost everywhere. Each one of those is a sign of a pledge made by the Congress and made by President Bush that America will exclude none of its people from our shared life and opportunities. That was the promise of ADA. But here's the truth. Those doors still aren't open all the way. And every year, millions of us are caught on the wrong side. Year by year, we've seen the courts chip away at the ADA. We've watched them exclude millions of Americans from the law's protections. We've watched them shrink the definition of disabled beyond the bounds of common sense. And we've even watched them throw out the cases of those who've worked to make themselves more independent. Individuals the ADA is designed to protect. Well, here's the good news. We're done watching. We are here today with an alliance as strong and broad as the one that passed the original ADA. We are members of both parties, tired of seeing our constituents shut out. Business leaders eager to unlock new pools of talent. Members of the disability community ready to claim an equal share. And we're here to burst the doors open once and for all.
Yeah!
18 years ago, on this central challenge to human rights, America made itself the world's leader and the world's model. We can do it, and we must do it, and we will do it again. Today, in a very short time, we will pass through the House of Representatives the Americans with Disabilities Restoration Act. We will be one step closer to the day when the fruits of life in America are, at last and appropriately, available to every one of us. The right to use the same streets, theaters, restaurants, or offices. The right to succeed in the workplace on their talent and drive alone. Every man, woman, and child in America deserves that opportunity. That's what President Bush said. I hope that we will hear very similar language in the very near future, with the first President Bush who signed the ADA by his side and with us.
Yeah! Yay!